Have you ever wondered why bald and dominance seem to be correlated often? All you have to do is look at the movies, and typically bald characters either play a very dominant, strong person, or they play a villain, which could also be strong and dominant. But it's very either or villain or someone that's very dominant and secure of himself. Have you ever wondered why we want to perceive bald as something that is confident and dominant? Well, look no further. We're going to talk about this very briefly today. And this is actually one of the easiest questions I've ever gotten. And usually when I see someone that's bald or losing their hair, they can look two different ways. One, they will look secure, confident, or they look sick, like they are on the verge going to the other step in life. So you either look sick or look confident and strong. There isn't a lot of in between here. I don't really know what it is about that gives off that confident vibe. All I know is that I like it. And all I also know is that I don't want to be perceived as sick. But if I were to dig deeper into this, I would assume that the reason why is because being bald is one of those few instances where you are dealt a card that isn't good, but you're owning it and people can see. This could happen in many cases in people's life, but being bald is one of those magical scenarios where you don't have to tell somebody you were dealt a wrong card genetically. You look at me, I can't grow hair up here. I can't do this. And another thing you see is not only you can see that I cannot grow hair up here, but you can also see that I still look good. And that shocks the brain. Damn, he's working with less than other people, but he still works out and he still looks good. And all this happens in a matter of seconds. It is just like you meet somebody that's bald and it's like you all of that information, you get it in one go. And that's what it is. It takes guts to get past that superficial spot where we feel bad because we don't have hair, because it takes guts. Personally, I never went through it. I'm not gonna lie to you. And that could be because I already seen, I don't know. I'm a pretty confident person. And I was when I had hair, and I am when I don't have hair. So when I was losing my hair, the transition was pretty quick. I still remember the day that I buzzed my hair off. I have a picture of that day, actually. If I find it, I'll plug it in here. But I'm saying all this to say bald and dominance go together. And the reason why is because that is what you're doing. In a very pub way, you're telling people without saying one word, I have a genetic disposition to lose my hair, which is normally known as something bad. But I am so confident and I work so hard on myself that when you see me, you don't even notice that. All that is packaged nicely in a freshly shaved scalp with a good, well taken care of body, and maybe some facial hair if you have. Maybe some cologne here and there. And maybe a good way of speaking, a confident way. And really, honestly, that's it. And that's what you're going to keep on seeing, right? You see someone like The Rock and Vin Diesel, and I want to clarify something. Every time, if you're balding and you think you're the only guy thinking, oh, my head shape is weird, or I'm not meant to look good bald, you're basically just full of excuses. And until you realize that you're just afraid, you won't make any progress. We could debate. I don't think The Rock has the best head shape ever. I don't think Vin Diesel has the best head shape ever. The Rock can grow facial hair, but he doesn't do that. Vin Diesel doesn't do that. So you don't need a beard. You don't, and that goes for, it's just, you have an excuse that you're trying to hold on to. And I think the quicker you get rid of that shit, the quicker you're going to be happy and get with it. You could have a beard or not have a beard, but what the non-negotiable here is you have to shave your head and you have to work out. These two things are just non-negotiable. That's all I got for you.